Connecticut's Back to School Authority is sponsored by Yale New Haven Children's Hospital, one of the best in the nation.
Eyewitness News is your Back to School Authority, and as we get closer to the new school year, we are doing some daily check-ins right now with districts all across the state. And right now we're focusing on Hartford. There are 18,086 students attending Hartford Public Schools. The city's total population is 122,105, and the school system operates 49 schools. Channel 3's Nicole Nalepa spoke with the superintendent.
Joining us now is Dr. Leslie Torres Rodriguez, and she is the superintendent of Hartford Public Schools, one of the state's largest urban school districts. A very important job. And of course, the first question is, what day will students be starting school in the city?
So we actually moved the date to September 8th, right after Labor Day. We now more than ever want to make sure that we take advantage of the opportunity to really support everyone as part of this return to learn process.
And what is the plan for Hartford as you return?
So I will tell you, as it is today, given that, things shifted a little bit last week with the information that we received from the state, we are hoping to have an in-person model with an option for families to have remote learning as well, if that is what they feel most comfortable with.
And what have your biggest challenges been so far? I know you mentioned that things have just been continually changing, but so far, what are the concerns that parents are having?
I will tell you that the concern is around safety. Right now we are trying to do the best that we can to inform our parents and our families as to what it would look like, sound like, and feel like. Yet we have to think about that from all developmental levels, right? Because what safety might feel like for a first grader is very different, right, for a high schooler. And so it's trying to work through all of those pieces, kind of pull all of those threads out so that we can do the best that we can to not only inform, but also hear feedback, right? And so that's another challenge as well, trying to get feedback quickly so that it can help inform our planning.
And you're responsible for a lot of students, a lot of schools, a lot of faculty. How do you reassure parents, families that, their child will be taken care of through all this?
Yeah, so again, is that open communication and the opportunity to really hear what it is that is on the minds and in the hearts of our families, and even also, not just our families and our students, but also our staff. And so it's trying to take a holistic approach to not only identify what are their safety related concerns, which are significant at the moment, but also those other social and emotional concerns that are at play for students, families, and our staff as well.
And you mentioned that, you're trying to give parents the best picture possible as to what school is going to be like for their kids. So can you briefly, in just 30 seconds, kind of summarize how it is going to actually look in terms of PPE?
Yes, and that, of course, depends on where we are on our decision meter. We're now following the state guideline with regard to the number of cases in the region. And so all students are going to be provided with masks. Our teachers, our staff is going to be provided with PPE as well. There's going to be additional disinfecting every day in schools, also in between bus rides as well. Students will have to, and staff, practice physical distancing also.
And is Wi-Fi set up and ready to go if the students had to return full-time virtually?
Our students will have access to the devices, and we know that the city of Hartford is going to have Wi-Fi, and if there is, for some reason, a delay in that, we also will provide our hotspots for students like we did last time.
All right, we've been speaking with Dr. Torres Rodriguez. She is a former Hartford Public School student, something I'm sure you never couldn't have imagined through the times like these. And you are overseeing a lot of people, and we thank you for everything that you're doing so far, and thank you for your time with us today.
You're very welcome. Take care.